What city is this? In this report, I share our estimated costs to retire in one of the safest and cleanest cities in the Philippines. But first, I'll show you around this beautiful city so you will know whether or not you're even interested in retiring early for cheap here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Chiang from 𝗕𝗙𝗄𝗅.
This is Dan from Vagabond Awake.
Right now we are in the Iloilo city, finally!
Yay!
After so many days raining and we have a sun.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so right now we're in this Jaro Cathedral.
Yeah, Jaro Cathedral.
Yes.
It's built in 1827, but there's a 400-year-old statue in there of the Mother
Wow.
Mary and Jesus. That's probably it up at the top there. We'll check it out.
Wow.
So in the Philippines, they call this the male church cathedral because of those are all male saints along the walls there leading to the altar. And there's Mary and Jesus at the back, but there's a gate here, so I'm not able to go in and look closely. So maybe the one we saw outside is a replica of that one. We'll go check it out. Well, I'm in the plaza now, and that's the church over there. And there is the bell tower. And here's the plaza. And dog not included when you're here. So this 𝗕𝗢𝗄 is SM product or store, and it's just like 100 meters, I would say, from the Jaro Cathedral I just showed you. Let's look inside and check it out. They have single fruits here, so you don't have to buy it in a package, and you can't tell, there they are, there's the packages. See, the problem with these is when you take these home, one or more of these apples might be rotted on the other side and you won't know it. That's one of the reasons you go to the public market. You can actually inspect what you're buying. So Chung's dish has arrived, 𝗏𝗀. It's a noodle dish with pork organs and fried pork skin and a savory broth and scallions. Let's see if it passes their test. Chung's a foodie.
It sounds like a Chinese dish.
Tastes like Chinese dish?
Yes, a Chinese dish.
Chinese noodle pork dish? So this is 𝗖𝗎, and this is his menu here. You have all sorts of choices. They're all plant-based, and so it's a way you can taste Filipino food with a meat substitute if that's your thing. And my little 3-course lunch there with its soup was 80 pesos, so it's reasonably priced and it's delicious. So now we're at Museo Iloilo. Yay! Our team wins. Chung's booking our Grab to the next stop. It's been really cheap. It's from like anywhere from 50 to I think 80 pesos, so it's very cheap. So the bus is 25 cents each, air conditioned. This is not a jeepney, it's an AC bus. So this is Calle Real, and this is a retro area from the 1950s where the wealthiest families here in Iloilo lived, and they would have their on the bottom floor they would have their business of whatever kind, and then they would live on the floor above. This one's dated 1925, and you can see it's clean and beautiful and safe, so we're going to walk down and check it out. So we're on the corner where she's expecting to find the restaurant she read about. Yeah? Roberto's? Roberto's. Oh, there's the line.
Line here.
All right. You better be serious about your food. This place is known for this. It's supposed to be, we read online, it can be sold out by like 10 in the morning. So if you want to eat this stuff, come early. Our food has arrived. This is the regular, and this is the queen, the most expensive thing on the menu.
160 pesos.
Yeah, less than $3, barely, but. So that's how you know you're in a Filipino restaurant. The cheap stuff is $1, and the expensive stuff's almost $3. And Iloilo. Is it good?
Yeah, this is a very Chinese super.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're inside the Philippine Maritime Museum.
Yes, and I like the price.
0.
It's free.
There you can see the evolution of boats in the Philippines. And later when the Spanish showed up, this is what a galleon looked like. So here's the ground that the Japanese took in World War II before they were sent packing. You have Japan up there, and you have China there, Korea, Thailand. Wow, look at this. This place has Moorish influences. Of course, Spain was very more influenced by the Moors. And that Moorish influenced building is the Museum of Philippine Economic History. And suddenly you're in Spain.
Guess what? I love the price here. It's free.
Free? Interesting. Before the arrival of the Europeans, Iloilo was the center of trade since it had already established commercial relations with China and other nearby countries. This staircase reminds me of a beautiful old mansion that we visited outside of Angeles City. And check out our Angeles City blog if you're curious.
This is so cool. I think it's a hat. And this one is made from the tortoise shell.
And there's City Hall. Oh, very sweet. These parks are just amazing here. Chloe's getting her shot. If you would like to learn how I fired my boss and traveled the world for 16 years and how I pay for things, grab a free copy of my ebook. So this is our first electric tricycle in the Philippines. And the gentleman driving us looks like he might be 90 years old.
Ooh.
So this is Molo Plaza. It's across from Molo Church, and those are all female goddesses and saints, I suppose. I suspect it's women because the Molo Church, I think 1820s when it was built, if I recall, is the saints in there are female. It's called the female church. And you see the female saints adorning the pillars. Molo Church, Molo Plaza, and voila, Molo Mansion over there. Next stop, Molo Mansion. Let's guess, or let me guess and see how off I am. I'm gonna guess 1908. I don't know where that number comes from, but let's see what happens. Looks like I have a store in here. I'm sure the clothes are all 1908. Uh-oh, I missed by quite a bit. Darling, why do you have the umbrella out in the sunniest day of the year?
Because we didn't bring our hat.
Oh, okay. Look where we're walking. La-di-da, da-di-da, esplanade-da.
It definitely is a nice day for the evening time.
Yeah. So it's not good for 3 o'clock in the blazing sun?
Definitely not.
Okay. Now I will share my itemized costs to retire in Iloilo City in the Philippines. However, the full report is available at the first link in the notes below this YouTube video, including our favorite restaurants, markets, things to do like tours and nightlife maps, where we stayed, visa information, walkability, weather, hospitals, social considerations, expat communities, real estate, and our overall retirement desirability score. Here's our estimated basic recurring costs of living converted into US dollars if the two of us move to Iloilo City on a tight budget. This estimate does not include everything that it would cost you to live here, since we don't know your lifestyle and needs. But I will give you a link to another webpage that has optional costs that you can add that are more specific to your personal lifestyle needs. Okay, rents. You'll see furnished apartments on Airbnb starting from about $580 to $900 per month, including utilities, Wi-Fi, for properties offering the monthly rates. But if you moved here and were willing to sign a long-term lease, you should be able to beat that price since the landlord would have no vacancy. I estimate around $350 to $500 per month for a more local style apartment, but you would have to pay your own utilities. So for this estimate, I'll use $350 per month for rent for a long-term rental, which does not include utilities, but does include a furnished one-bedroom apartment rather than just a studio. Make sure to read How I Find Perfect Apartments Around the World to help you find an apartment at that rate. Link provided. Okay, utilities. Iloilo City is at sea level, so we would need to run our air conditioner to sleep for many nights. Our electricity would run around $60 per month, and gas and water would be another $20, so about $80 per month for our estimated utilities. Groceries. Based on our time here and the money we spent on groceries, we estimate around $300 per month on groceries for the two of us. We would shop mostly in the public markets where the vegetables, fruits, rice, and meats are cheaper. We would cook and eat mostly at home. Okay, restaurants. If we went out to eat twice per week, once for date night and once for a lunch somewhere, plus some street food, we would spend around $40 per week or $160 per month in restaurants for the two of us. We would eat in mom and pop style restaurants when possible, but also in the expensive tourist style restaurants once a week or so. Okay, cell phone data. The cost to recharge our prepaid service is about $10 per month. My Android phone will act as a hotspot, so we can both be on the internet at the same time when we are out of the house together. Laundry. We paid about $7 for a week for drop-off and pickup, so we estimate about $28 per month for laundry, although many apartments do have washing machines here. Reverse osmosis water in 20-liter bottle jugs delivered would be about 50 pesos per month per jug, or about $20 per month. Internet. Our internet would be about $40 per month. Transportation. Iloilo City is kind of spread out, so we would not be generally considered walkable, especially if you wanted to be able to explore nature all around the island. So we'd buy a used scooter and 2 helmets for about $1,000. We estimate around $40 per month on transportation. Okay, alcohol, optional. San Miguel Pilsen Grande beers are about 130 pesos or $2.36 in stores. The Grande is about 2 beers, so that makes beers about $1.18 each in stores. But you'll see regular size San Miguel Pilsen beers in restaurants for around 70 pesos, which is about $1.27 each. So we would drink mainly at home, so we estimate about $110 per month in alcohol for the two of us. Okay, entertainment, which is also optional, we would budget about $150 per month for entertainment for the two of us. So if we add that up, rent of $350, groceries $300, utilities $80, restaurants $160, cell data $10, laundry $28, reverse osmosis $20, internet for $40, and transportation for $40. The recurring estimate would be $1,028 per month. If you had an alcohol estimate, you'd be at $1,138 per month. And if you had our entertainment estimate, you'd be at $1,288 per month. This is our estimated cost of living if the two of us moved to Iloilo City in the Philippines on a tight budget. To fully understand what it costs you to live here, you must do an exploratory visit and put your feet on the ground. To get a better understanding of things you would have to add to our estimated cost of living, watch this video, 9 reasons you can't retire on $1,000 a month overseas. Link provided. You should also add anything to the above table that you spend money on in your home country that's not listed in the table. Presumably you'd find those things necessary in life because you're buying them now. To do that, visit Numbeo for Iloilo City webpage and add anything not mentioned in the table. Never move anywhere until you've first visited personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of my visit and this post. Your costs will likely be drastically different depending on your lifestyle and the time since this post. More typical expat living costs in the Philippines range from about $1,400 to $2,400 per month. But people spending that much also have higher incomes or pensions. They often report spending more on entertainment, eating out, and alcohol. Many also have more expensive cars, houses, or apartments. But many of you will likely be unable to retire, and so little here. I give example reasons why in this report, understanding why overseas living costs vary widely. You'll never know your cost of living here until you do an exploratory visit with your feet on the ground. The next report explains how to avoid coming home early with your tail between your legs. Also, if you're going to try to retire cheap offshore, make sure to read my report, The 2 Biggest Risks of Retiring Early for Cheap Offshore, which explains why you should have emergency funds available for unexpected large expenses. Thanks for reviewing my report. Retire on $1,028 per month in Iloilo City in the Philippines. This is Dan of Vagabond Awake, the YouTube channel for vagabondbuddha.com. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner? As I travel around the world, I write these Retire Cheap in Paradise reports. They include links to where we stayed, restaurants, cheap public markets, expensive grocery stores, transportation information, internet speeds, visa information, weather, and other information. All of this information saves time when you are doing your exploratory visits to identify your own personal paradise destination. We spend hours collecting and preparing this information so you don't have to. Click the first link in the notes below this video to get an idea of what I'm talking about. Hey, if you liked our video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Any of that would help our business. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.